Welcome Strategy Battle Games to our GBHL YouTube video. We're here with host GBHL Damian,
GBHL Tom,
and a random Scott Chris.
I don't know who this guy is. And welcome to our Seven Stones 2016 journey vlog, which, if all goes well, will not only happen, but will also be edited and uploaded slightly earlier than the Seven Stones 2015 journey vlog, which I believe went online about a month ago. So yes, this is our tournament, our doubles tournament. How is it going, Tom?
Good, we're just parking at the venue. It's been an early start for us. We left slightly later than planned, but we're here on time at 8 AM in West Finchley.
Indeed.
And Gordon Hall Scout Hut.
There it is. Good work.
Thank you.
You said you weren't a natural camera. Yeah, we're here. We now need to wait for Christian to let us in. He has the keys. Very, very important member. He's key.
The secret.
The secret.
Not remember that dance classic. That will leave it. Must be a Scottish
secret keys.
No.
No keys. Secret.
I've got the key. I've got the secret.
I don't know.
I can't remember the rest of the words.
Tom, you're good on pop culture.
No. I must be showing my age.
Ah, my contact lens. Oh no. Oh god. Oh, this is awful.
Strong start.
Strong start to vlog. Look at all our stuff. Loads of stuff. We have a car pack full and we just about made it. We had to leave David Reed behind.
Yeah.
No great loss.
David Reed wouldn't fit in the car, so we've left him in Twickenham in the hope that Sam Page comes and picks him up. If he doesn't, David's not coming to the tournament.
And our overnight bags.
Yeah, and our overnight bags. I suppose Emma will bring him along. Like she comes down like about noon and there's a Scot downstairs crying. Emma will bring him along later. So yes, there we are. This is the start of our vlog. We'll try and drop on and kind of make some snappy clips throughout the day and show you what's going on at the Seven Stones 2016. Woo! So we're here. We've got access to the place. This is the MC hall. There's some players. We've got some tables, some manual labour going on there. All our stuff is here, and we have got 45 minutes to transform this into a tournament. So we'll see how we do. Easy. And we have done it. Here we are. It is now 20 past 10. It's been a while since we saw you last, but as you can see, we managed to get everything set up and we have a tournament. Everyone has turned up, which is awesome news. Big, big help for us. And as you can see, the first round has started and everything is going off. So yeah, it's Tom doing his little, I don't know what that is, waving thing. We have, more waving. I like waving. Waving's great. But here are the very first round of Group 1 at the Seven Stones tournament going on. As you see, the bake sale is about to begin. We're setting all this stuff up. We have our HQ set up over there, our raffle, Tom's doing our raffle prizes, and over here we have our beautiful selection of tournament winners prizes, along with the gold rule board. And I'm sure we'll show you all of those things in more detail throughout the weekend. But yeah, with that, I'm going to go head over there to that table at the back, where I shall be joining Christian in trying to take down that, which apparently is a hood on an elephant. Alright. And so here we are at the end of day one. And we're currently in the Arena of Champions round. I don't know when the last time we did any of this was, because we haven't done an awful lot of it today. But we have had our delightful bake sale topped up by some wonderful goods from Lily. We had some bakewell tarts. There used to be some lemon drizzle, but that is long gone. There's some chocolate cake left. Emma O'Byrne has turned up. There she is. You see a lot of it. Oh, we've got a new note. What's this? We reached it. They're in. The stretch goal is gone. I haven't seen this. This is exciting. So our Mirkwood Spiders, we've got over £200 raised for the raffle, which is amazing. And there are now Mirkwood Spiders and Spider Queens in there. So that means the value of the raffle is now at somewhere like £300, which is amazing. We have some more cakes. As you can see, the cake bake sale has been very successful. Emma O'Byrne again. You're having a great time. Emma made this fantastic Victoria sponge, which has just gone on sale. Thanks to
with no knife.
Thanks to Sean Weimer for lending us his rain driller. As you can see, we have 48 minutes left in the Arena of Champions round. There's Tom Harrison. What are you doing, Tom?
Making the raffle tickets a different number.
How?
By giving them a 1 in front.
Go on.
So now 1,000.
1,000.
Because we've gone through, well, we started about 350, so we've gone through round back to 350.
You've sold over 500 tickets, how many, right?
I will check.
don't think they care.
450.
Oh, cool. And so over here, you can see that we are in the Arena of Champions. Here is one Arena of Champions. Has anyone died yet?
Yeah, the elf captain.
What? Camel.
And an elf captain.
And an elf captain, all right. 47 minutes to go. And here we have another Arena of Champions. We have a Castellan and what's that? Oh, Merry and Pippin, fantastic. Has anyone died yet? All right.
We've got 4 plays. 4. Betrayed me.
We're just going
Sam
with
betrayed
the...
I've been undone.
I've been watching too much. You are live on the GBHL channel, please do us well. Has anyone died yet?
Yes.
Me. Sam betrayed me. I wish I was joking, but I'm not.
You killed your partner?
Well, we had an agreement and he just went the other direction.
I've been enjoying Game of Thrones and
The
Thrane rocked up and shanked him.
We've got the Thrane the Broken. Is the Thrane the Broken Crazy Dwarf initiative
He
working?
was on his turn. He shanked him.
Sorry.
I used the points of fate.
We've got
Thimble 2 used the point of fate.
some dwarfs on there. Very exciting. Excuse me, gents. There were some big wars around this one recently. What happened?
How dare kill a charging dragon type?
How did they kill the charging dragon though? So, was that the first kill?
Yes.
Oh, good. How do you feel about that, Ben?
Original roll, and thanks to Theoden, he re-rolled it into a 6.
Nice. Good work. Tom's still drawing ones on numbers there. We'll be there for some hours. And over here. What's going on? Oh, the Goblin Scribe has put goblins on. This is fantastic.
A 5 followed by a 1.
Has anyone died yet?
No.
No, lots to play for there then. And we come round to the last Arena of Champions. Has anyone died yet?
Oh, God. It's shockingly bad.
Goblin Captain, I don't think anyone bet on him.
I'm going to use...
We've got kind of Baragon and some Goblin Captains going on there. So there we go. So that is the Arena of Champions round as it's going on at the moment. This is, as you can see on the screen, there's about 45 minutes left of this. We'll then play the final round where there's one winner from each of these 6 arenas will scrap in another arena in the ultimate showdown, and the winner of that will get an award, which is cool. And after that, we're going to the pub, which I'm very excited about because I've had a very long day and I'm very tired. Gentlemen, here we are at the end of the day one. How are we?
Very well.
Good. Very well. The wonderful Thomas Macklin. How was your first day, Tom?
Yeah, really good fun. Yeah, enjoyed it. Lost miserably, but it was good fun.
All of them?
No, we drew the last game.
Oh, well, there you go. Again, no?
Yeah, some sort of world victory.
Tom, CoTO.
Yeah.
How'd it go? Happy?
Well, we're ahead of schedule.
We're ahead of schedule by, as I said, up there it's 25 past. We were due to be out of here or to be finishing by 1:30. So this is great news in terms of getting to the pub on time, getting the buffet, and might even possibly try and move the buffet forward. I can't really move it forward because I've told them.
We can just
Yeah, let's just make it more.
I can do my draw.
Yes, let's do that before the buffet. That's an excellent idea. But yeah, so good first day. Everything seems to run smoothly.
Yes, indeed.
As you can see, everyone's emptied out. So we've just we had a good bake sale with the girls. The girls provide awesome tea and coffee and such facilities. And there's Chris and Barry. Good day. Yeah, that's all right.
At a push.
Yeah.
Shocking.
Thank you. And there we go. It's a fairly desolate gaming hall, which we will leave for tonight. I'm sure you'll rejoin us in the pub, and we'll see you then.
Gary Doyle, Dave Doyle with 4 points. Sean White and Matthew Evans on goal difference, came second with 3 points. Nathan Ward and Jay Acharya with 3 points. And Tom Seacoon and George Seymour with 2 points. Group 4, there were 3 teams tied on 4 points.
Wow. Jesus.
Just pipping it by 1 goal difference, it was James Long and Dan Entwistle. Second place, Damian Grantham and Chris Young.
Go on the Moomac!
And third place...
Actually, you're on the Moomac. Go Balrog! Get it right.
Plays Chris Dan and, well, it's mainly just Chris Dan, honestly. And in 4th place, Shane O'Neill and Barry O'Neill. Yeah.
Yeah, you can build scenery, but you can't play.
Building your own boards next time.
Group 5, Jamie Gibbon and James Braun also got full points.
Frisbee!
Can they come last year and first this year?
Whoa, we came second last.
Okay, so
Technically.
That's a technicality.
about last. Hold on to those technicals. Jay Clare and Billy Fitzmaurice 4 points in second, Josh Triffitt, Rich Clement 2 points in third, and Henry Carney and Theo Howard with 0 points in the last. And Group 6, Callum Edams and James Watt won that with 5 points. Camille Damansky and Michael Romney 4 points in second, Larry Miller and Tom Pickard with 2 points in third, and Chris Murphy and David Reed 1 point in last with no victory points scored, which was the only team to do that.
What an unnecessarily hurtful statistic.
So, going into the Palantir Mug, which is the bottom tournament, obviously all of the group, third tournament, all of the group 4th places go there. So Ben Camp, Bradley Constantine, Tom Macklin, James Baldwin, Tom Seacombe, George Seymour, Shane O'Neill, Barry O'Neill, Henry Carter, Theo Howard, Chris Barry, Reed, and then the 2 worst third place teams were Josh Triffitt and Rich Clement, and Larry Miller and Tom Pickard.
Sorry, Larry, we'll get the mug.
So you both chop into the mug. Going through into the cup are all the group winners, so Kieran Street and Sam Page, world champion Ed Ball, Gary Doyle and Dave Nolan, James Long, Dan Entwistle, Jamie Gibbon, James Braun, Callum Edens and James Watt. Drum roll for the 2 teams that are in the best second place. First one through is Damien Grantham and Chris Scott. With the Balrog.
Where'd the
Balrog.
Balrog totally overpowered.
Final cup place. Drum roll. There are a few people who are nervous about this, and they were right to be. But it's Jake Clare and Billy.
It's not my fault.
Can we have a transfer down, please?
What we're going to do is reveal our 7 best army nominees. This is no campaign, and these are the ones that me and Tom picked. Purely based on the theme and the fluff. As we said in the rules pack, it's entirely subjective. We're fine with that. There were you all did marvellously. Give yourselves a round of applause. Again, due to some outside pressure, I think this year, no shavings here whatsoever. That's you've got no one to help you. As I think I stood here and said 12 months ago, no one cares about the transfix. So we've got that. Well done everyone for getting into the spirit of things. It was really, really hard again to whittle it down, and there are some people who missed out who shouldn't have done, and we're sorry about that, but we have got it down to 7. We had about 10, we went around, and then entirely independently we picked the same 7. So we then went, alright, well that's it, sorted then, as we think. So sorry if you didn't make the cut, you've all done marvellously, and I think everyone's been smiling as we've been around the room and stuff, and that's good. So in no particular order, there's a couple that I think we'll give reasons for as well. But getting one of our shiny Palantir cards, which will give you a quite significant boon on day 2, are Chris Young and Damian Grantham.
Don't give him a boost. Yeah.
Part of the reason for this is last year Chris was here with a god-awful army, and he didn't get a nomination for this as well. And they've come with another god-awful army, and I think he just kicked off.
Read it out. Gondor's stewards kept the Arnor stone in secret in Minas Tirith until Denethor used it to watch his land and eventually challenged Sauron to a battle of wills. The leader of your army holds the stone. Each turn, before heroic actions are declared, the controlling hero may roll a d6. On a roll of 4+, may pull a heroic move without completing his might score.
But if you've got no might,
It's fine.
If this roll is failed, the hero may then call a normal heroic move if he so
Tom, I'm gonna give him a boost.
Next
play
one
them.
is again an incredibly fluffy army this year, but also had an incredibly fluffy army last year that didn't get a nomination. So that is going to Sam Page and Kieran Street. For the second year running, Kieran has taken objective rubbish and got into the cup.
They were in the cup as well. That's two of them.
Enjoy that.
Read it.
The Orthanc Stone. Elendil set this stone in the Tower of Orthanc. Saruman later used it, but he had not accounted for the Ithil stone held by Sauron, who subsequently used its power to bend Saruman to his will. The leader of your army holds the stone. The controlling hero may cast a curse spell, 4+ range 12 inch, once per turn without depleting his will score. This may not be channeled, nor may the hero expend additional will to increase the number of cards.
One, two, cast your curse.
Okay, so next up we are going to go for Callum Eadams and James Watt.
Hey.
For their series. Because no one takes them out of the shower.
Careful.
The Amon Sul also rested in the Anorian Tower of Weathertop. Like the Seeing Stones, it was deep black crystal, spherical and perfectly smooth. However, the stones were not all alike, and the Amon Sul stone was too large to be lifted by one man. The leader of your army holds a stone. The controlling hero may call a heroic strike every turn without depleting his.
Ooh, that's a nice one. So it's too large to be lifted by man, but his leader's carrying it around.
I think it's only fitting that as the Black Gate opens and the mouth of Sauron and the Troll Chieftain rush out, someone should rush to oppose them, such as King Elisar on horse, who in the first turn dismounts,
Larry.
then inexplicably runs towards the army, followed by two hobbits, Larry and Tom Pickard.
The Ithil stone stood in Isildur's fortress of Minas Ithil. It was captured when the city fell. It was used by Sauron to entrap Saruman and deceive Denethor during the War of the Ring. The leader of your army holds the stone. The controlling hero may cast a command spell range 12 inches once per turn without defeating his will support. This may not be channeled and may not be expend additional will to complete this
Aragorn.
Really was not expecting people to read the fluff. Next up, we have probably, I think hands down, if anyone's been around tables, the single-handedly most spectacular hobby project that is here, which is going to go to Sean and Matt.
Hey.
If you haven't seen it, go and check it out tomorrow. It's amazing version of that. There's a Beorn's house that you might have seen. It's absolutely spectacular. It's all the Beorn and Beornings, and they're not getting up, they're not here. Right, good. It's really, really good. Let's move on.
Their rule, by the way, their leader gets to pass fate rolls on a 3+ and they re-roll failed fate rolls.
Is that Beorn? Which leaves us with 2.
Ooh.
Let's get the first. As we said, the criteria was fluff and theme, and those were the sort of things that if it really looked like something and it was used unusual models and was a bit naff in one way, but it didn't have to be awful on the tabletop. I think that's important. And so one of the ones we're going to give it to for the whole hobby side of it and the theme is going to go to Sam, Jeffrey, and Adam Trope.
Hey.
I have the Innuminous stone. Though it was counted as one of the lesser of the 7 Seeing Stones, brought into Middle Earth, the Innuminous stone was one that was used most often by the King of the North. The stone was preserved at Luminous through the history of Arnor. The leader of your force holds the stone. Well, it should be, shouldn't it? Your lead, it could be, and I'll go and kill him. Your leader may re-roll any 1 dice per game turn. This includes random rolls rolled by the player controlling the leader. Dirt. It's not like fake, that's like roll-offs. Yeah. Oh, Sauron 50-50. And so that leaves us with just one. And we're sorry it has to be just one, but there is only one space left because we've run out of cards. And this is going to go to, again, people who really got into the theme, got into the spirit of it, if you will, and took something that is truly god awful and didn't do particularly well. Zero BPs, spoilers. It is going to, drum roll. It's the awful, terrible useless Scots. It's Chris and Damian.
The Skilliath stone, the greatest of the Palantiri, stood in the Skilliath, the ancient capital of Gondor. While most of the Palantiri were small and portable, the stone of the Skilliath was much larger and could not be lifted by a man who sounds familiar. When the Skilliath was besieged during the king's life, the stone was lost in the waters of the river Anduin. The leader of the army holds the stone. All friendly models within 6 inches of the hero count as being in range of a...
Oh, Jay.
Hello?
Thank you.
As always, didn't have to read the fluff.
You're telling us not to read the fluff and a fluff-based student.
We also have the 2 arena winners, well, the runner-up and the winner. They did get a card last year, but we forgot the arena card, so you get some paper.
Ooh. They're just as good.
So the runner-up in the arena, on his own, is Chris Dan.
Hey.
Dan won it. Dan won it.
Yeah.
It is Chris. I'm right. And that was Kimberly.
Yeah, he did.
Make up some fluff again,
My leader gets oppressed. My champion. So Gimli has oppressed.
And the winner was Dan Humphrey.
Your champion of the arena gains Andrew.
That's an axe, right? One of his axes?
One of his axes.
One of his axes? One axe, one sword. I think it's Andrew's rule on an axe, yeah? I'll take it then. Yeah, so those are our showing awards. Yeah, sorry. We have 2 more things. I don't know what one of them's going to. No, I don't. One of them is to, we've obviously had a lot of help this year, as we did last year as well. We have 2 women who are contractually obliged to help us, which are Lily and Emma, who I'm sure will get a big thanks tomorrow, as ever. But frankly, if they disagree, they need lawyers and such. But we also have one person here who doesn't have to help us, who is Fallon, who did some of the baking and was serving tea and drinks and such, tea and drinks all day. And we've got a bunch of flowers here that you probably haven't seen these before, right? Chris Berg just standing outside of these as we're heading out. But these are for you if you want to come up and say thank you. Do you remember last year, Jamie kindly donated, I think it was £95 worth of Goblin Town Lego, which is amazing. This year he's given us
an even better $5 frozen board game that we were hoping to do something with as a spot prize. That frankly we were hoping it was going to be Sam Page would do something similar board games.
Yeah.
The important thing was that you play it in the pub tonight. So there you go. There's a frozen board game. Yeah, for filming. Yeah. Thank you. Works. I know there's at least 2 people here who are not excited about the prospect of a Tolkien quiz, so you might want to go and hit up the frozen board game like that.
Open it, Chris.
Is that a lot?
Yeah. We can do an unboxing on their camera.
That is superb timing at 7:57. It's almost like we didn't entirely stumble.
Come on, I'm so excited.
Thanks for the first grade. I hope you enjoyed it. The buffet is served. Come on, Tom.
And you come in. What? In. Is it there?
Sean, yeah, Sean's here. Who has it?
Oh, you got a thing. You got a thing.
You got a thing.
You won a thing. You're a Best Army nominee. Obviously, the 7 people who have those cards, one of you will get the Best Army Palantir. That's how it works.
Read it from the start.
Twice.
They love it when you make the bluff.
Again, Illustrian stone. The Palantir Illustrian was brought to New York.
Is that the board?
By Lindor. In later years, it was guarded by Círdan and the elves of Linden. The stone could not communicate with the other 6 of Middle Earth, but Lindor was able to use it to the west, across the sea in the Undying Lands. The leader of your army holds the stone. Your leader passes fate rolls and roll 3 plus. They re-roll fate rolls.
There you go. After we've demolished the buffet, hopefully around 8:30 we will begin the quiz. I have 7 quiz packs. There are about 50 of you, so I'm thinking either 7 teams of 7, or no, I've got 8 quiz packs, or 8 teams of 6.
What about the groups?
If you do the groups, one person might get a certificate. A glorious certificate. Do you want to do it in groups?
Yeah.
We'll sort you out another certificate and post it to you. Should we just do that? Make it all simple?
So you go into groups, you go into that?
Yes.
That'd be really nice way of splitting everybody up as well.
Yeah, alright, so there you go then. Your quiz teams. Hopefully you didn't all fall out today. Your quiz teams will be your group.
We'll come over in a minute. We've got this to play.
We'll play that instead. Someone will get a bonus Tom, a bonus Emma, a bonus Fallon, and a bonus Lily.
We're at down.
You can bid for them.
I've never lost a quiz when Tom.
It's Chris down plus T.O., right?
Chris down plus T.O., yeah.
So we get
And we're also...
Still filming.
Who lost Bradley?
Woo, buffet. Bradley's with Ben. He was in our group. That's all right. End it. The buffet's there.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sam. Happy birthday to you.
Do you love it?
I love it.
Top quality quizzing going on here at the moment. In the middle of our Fiendish Finchester quiz. Obviously we've got 6 teams. And a very nice twist this time. The teams are the groups that the guys were in earlier. So it's another way for everyone to get to know each other a bit more. All the 6 groups are all joining together. A good bit of quizzing action. Lovely to see. We've just completed the Fiendish Finchley pub quiz and I'm about to read the answers. How did you find it, Tom?
Easy.
Do you understand that turning that around does nothing to the camera? Tom just turned the screen around in the hope that it might reverse the camera. That is amazing, right? This is the this is the level of Luddite I have to work with. How did you find it? it. Point it at your face. There you go.
It was tricky.
Fiendish, you might say.
Fiendish.
What we're now about to do is reveal some of the answers, and I believe that the point of this kind of fiendish quiz is there's no point in everyone just getting 50 or 60. It's no fun. So you have to try and make it difficult for people. And so we'll see what people got. All right, guys. Has everyone got a paper that is not their own? So, question 1, round 1. Name that model. Any suggestions?
Young Barlin?
It is indeed Young Barlin.
Yes, Tom.
Yes, Tom. Boom, Tom.
Tom's seen the model countless times.
Question 2. It is mounted Thranduil. We will need mounted on that one. Thranduil's not enough. As I said, the mount matters. The thing they are in matters in this round. Mounted Thranduil. The thing they are in matters. Question 3.
Thorin Barrel.
The correct answer is Thorin in barrel.
Barrels out of bomb Thorin.
That's fine. You basically need to say Thorin and barrel. Thorin in barrel. Someone wrote Gollum for that.
No, we put Thorin on it. But
question 4.
Aragorn mounted.
It is Aragorn mounted.
Take Strider.
We will accept Strider mounted. It is a fixture, right? Has everyone got their own paper back? Not yet. Alright, we just finished the questions. I can barely talk. We're going to find out who is the winner of the Fiendish Finchley quiz. Summer Stones. Alright, guys, you got your own quiz papers back. It's out of 65. Put your team hands up if you scored 10. What did we do? Now keep them up. If you scored 15. Keep them up if you scored 20. If you scored 25. You scored. Is that a team down?
no.
Well, where are your hands?
They've got their hands up for us.
If you scored 30. Oh, we lost a team. If you scored 35, are we getting close to the? If you scored 37, we lost the team.
We've beaten some people.
If you scored 38, 39, 40, 41. We've got 3 teams in it. 42. Oh, 2 teams left. We're on 42 out of 65. 43. 44. Let the lady through. It's 2 tenths to have a lady. Lovely to see. We're on 43. 44. 45.
It's either a draw or I don't.
46. Emma's foring, like they've agreed to lie. 47. If only there was a tie break! You know, I can't deal with that. Congratulations to our teams that scored 47. 46. There's a tie-break question. Sorry. You can consult in your teams, and then I don't know how we do this. How do we do this?
Is there only one tie-break question?
There is one direct answer. There is one correct answer.
They only get to give one answer.
Yeah, you only get to give one answer. The closest to it will win.
They need to write it down.
Yeah.
They need to write it.
They did last time.
Yeah, they should probably write it down so that you can't react to the other team's question. Yeah, you write down your answer,
and then hand it into the team. I know. The tiebreak question is, how many effects shots, as in special effects shots, CGI shots, were there in The Return of the King? No, I did not count.
Guess a number. Guess a number. What is the shot mean?
Pretty much everything columns in
A shot I have to do work to.
So we're back, it's the tiebreaker question. The answers have given to Damian, and we're going to announce the winner.
Alright! We have our answers. So, we have two teams on 46 points. One team we have the Proudfoots. Sorry. Over here we have
Ghostbusters.
the Ghostbusters. Wow.
Spirits.
I mean, that's amazing. The question was, how many effect shots are there in The Return of the King? The correct answer was 1,488.
You're on the right side.
1,488.
We may have overacted, we may have bust.
The Ghostbusters said 502. The Proud Feet said 4,732. The winners of the quiz are the Ghostbusters. Please make sure you know who is in your quiz team for the certificates tomorrow. That's the end of the quiz. Good night.
Hello, we're in the semi-final now.
Did you film anything today?
No.
It's day 2.
Day 2. Hey, it's day 2, and we're in the semi-final because we've done nothing in the quarter-final. It's been a bit manic. Damien got up really early, bright and early today to get everything set up. We're in full flow.
That might not be true.
Yes, we're in full flow now. And so basically anyone who's on the nearest two tables in any of the rows is competing for their respective tournament. If you're down the other end of the hall, you're just playing for pride and your position. So I think it's pretty tense in the cup over there.
So one of those 4 teams there will win the event. So either Will and Ed, James and Callum, Sam and Kieran, or Jay and Billy will win the entire event.
Yeah, and 2 of them got a best themed army, so which is amazing.
Call it?
I'm gonna go for Callum and James. Could be wrong.
I think a Will and Ed and Jay and Billy final with, what's the final scenario, domination?
Yeah.
I think Will and Ed.
You reckon Will and Ed?
It might be an obvious choice, but
yeah.
There
we go. Cool.
We've also got a bit of we've got the remnants of the bake sale going on.
Jamie's getting cake.
Jamie?
Yeah.
Victory
cake.
Victory cake. Do you want to talk about what just happened? It was the showdown everyone dreamed of.
Yeah, it was Double Dragon beat Ormorak. We spent a will point and 2 might and killed everything. Sorry? One shot, yeah. 1 breath of fire. 2 mimics, all the crew died for falling damage.
How long did the game take?
How long was it around?
I think it was.
About 10 minutes.
There was 9 minutes off the clock when it had finished.
We've been faffing about for about 4, so yeah, about 5 minutes.
Victory cake. Congratulations.
Great success.
As you see, as always, the bake sale has been very popular. We've got a bit of Sam's birthday cake, the Hobbit cake, which is free cake, which is kind of undermining the idea of the whole bake sale. But Emma and Lily are doing a great job. Lily, she's looking like a moody teenager at the moment. But they're doing a great job with the refreshments. It's charming cake. And I'm not sure if we actually showed you these things yesterday. So let's go and have a look. These are our prizes for the tournament. The runners-up in every tournament will get a Bilbo figure, including these rather cool invisible Bilbos. The winners of the third tournament, so that is these guys, will win the Palantir mug and get these charming mugs. The winners of the Palantir plate, I don't know what's going over there, which is the guys in the middle, will win these Hobbit plush toys, which apparently is Thorin, but I think is some sort of repurposed Hagrid. And of course the winners of the main event over there will win the Palantirs, which is this one, the winner of the Palantir Cup. We've also got some bag of Palantirs for Best Fancy Dress, a bookmark for Best Heroic Act, and we've got a selection of bases from Matt Davis' Generation Shift that are going to the Best Painted winners. And of course we have 5 more Palantirs which are going to the most honourable team, so the most sporting team will get it, the winner of the Best Army, the Best Theme, which me and Tom will choose, and the single most heroic act, which is over here. So those are our prizes. Now take you on a wander over here, past the admin central, to our raffle. There's stuff we're doing. It's a good raffle, I think. There's about between 200 and 300. Lots of paper. Tom did all the paper. You can win the paper. When you win the prizes, you also get the paper, which is spectacular. I think there's about 300 quid worth of stuff, or 200 quid worth of stuff, something like that. As you see, we've got Girion, currently donated by Chris Dan. We've got some Hunter Orcs, Radion Slay, with a base that Jamie's nicked from his Matt Davis base. Boromir, Sauron Necromancer, Mirkwood Spiders, Spider Queen. We've got a signed picture by Theoden, which is the top prize. King's Men Source Book, currently donated by Owen Wright. We've got some dice, posh dice from GBHL Jamie. We have got some Mid-Sussex War Games dice from Sam. We've got more bases from Matt Davies. We've got a Gimli on a Dead Uruk from Chris Murphy. A mug from Jamie. So lots of people have donated to the cause, which is awesome, to give us loads of cool stuff. So we're very hopeful for a lot of people getting a lot of prizes here. Some pretty cool stuff on display. And so, yeah, there we are. That is currently how it looks in game 6 of 7. It's always a bit strange, I find, on day 2 how quickly the whole thing ends. That like yesterday it seemed very much like, oh, we've got a long way to go, and suddenly we're now in game 2 and there's only one more game before the whole thing ends. But I think it's been a rather successful tournament so far, and it's exciting to see how it plays out. So yeah, see you soon.
And so here we are out in round 7. It's the final game of the tournament and it is underway. So there's Sam Page there. We'll get to quite what he's doing in a minute. But this is the very last round of the tournament, and as you can see, things have kicked off. We have an hour, 10 minutes left of the final round, so people are playing for their final positions. So I thought it'd be good to take you through and see some of the players and meet some of their armies, which we haven't done yet. So over here we have, this is of course the Palantir mug tournament these guys are all playing for. So this is for our beautiful mugs over there. And on the top table, you know what, I'm going to do this in reverse order actually and increase the tension. So down here we get to table 12 in the last round. We are playing for 23rd place here. And we got Henry and Theo, and Richard and Josh. What?
Floor's quite second to the king of the tournament.
You were quite close to the bottom last year as well, right?
Yeah. So was I.
Yeah. But what we've got going on here is a kind of Dale and Dale, Warriors Variable and Elf Alliance fighting against the Flies and Spiders. We've got some Thorin's Company guys in there, and we've got Leggy, Tariel and a bunch of Rangers. 23rd place, good luck. And then we come up and we find the Spirit Army, which is, yeah, alright, well I'll take that one. So we've got Larry and Tom playing them. And I'll show you the armies down here. There's a little Palantir card there, because Larry and Tom got one of our most best themed army, which is the Leader Can Cast Command. Ooh. Oh, we have one as well. And they are
laugh that this is their army. We've got LSR mounted. It's a Blackgate Opens theme. It's some Rohan, some Minas Tirith, and Merry and Pippin are in there somewhere. And what have you been doing all weekend?
Dismounting.
LSR dismounts turn 1, charges in, and whoa! Ooh! We've got some ghosts over there. This is Chris Murphy and David Reed. Making the trip down. Lovely to see you, gents.
What a review.
They're fantastic. Oh my god, it was David Reed all along. You would have got away with it if it wasn't for those pesky kids.
Yeah, these pesky kids see those.
Along here we have their awesome Spirit Army, which is all painted specifically for this event, which is very, very cool. Got into the spirit of things.
Yes.
Playing for 21st place. Yeah. A lot on the line here, so let's kind of keep it friendly, alright? And then we move over here where we have Ben and Theo playing against Shane and Barry. How you doing? Playing for 19th place. And what we've got going on here is Shane and Barry's Defenders of Minas Tirith army, which is Gandalf the White and Denethor, I believe, along with some fiefdoms. And some fiefdoms. And over here we've got a Secundabad army, is that right? Dol Guldur. With some bat swarms, spiders, and an Easterling contingent over there, and that's Secundabads. And Bradley's awesome objectives, which he did the best job possible to smash up. That's here. There's some very handsome people on a laptop down there somewhere. There they are. That's amazing. Sorry. We've got Dorothy trapped in a little sack. There's probably one in there somewhere. Golb's grave and some more SPG mags there. Absolutely fantastic stuff. And there's the 3 hands of the 3 ring bearers that Golb's cut off. Quite spectacular work. Enjoy, guys. And finally we get to the main event in the wooden mug. 2 of these people will be getting the mugs. You can see how angry they are. You can see the kind of seriousness going on in this game. But it's James and Tom Macklin, a returning doubles team from last year, against George and Tom. We've got it's the same army fighting each other. Yeah? So you've gone for, what's the theme? Out of the frying pan. So both of these armies have got exactly the same thing, which is amazing. So there's a kind of Goblin King leading Goblin contingent, with Azog leading like Warg Rider somewhere. And on the other side you've got Yaznek and Finwald, right? And that's some weird mirror match face-off. And the winners of this will get the mug. So let's keep it friendly, guys. I know it's pretty big stuff on the line. Had a good weekend? Have you had a good weekend? Yes. Honestly? Good. Right. So that is the Plantier mug. What I'm now going to do is stroll over here and take you through the Plantier plate, our second tournament. So at the bottom of the Plantier plate, sorry, you are playing for 15th place here. We've got Jay and Nathan playing Hector and Dan. And in here we've got is it Helena Fields? Is the theme, yeah? So we've got kind of Erkenbrand and AMO with a bunch of riders. And it's, I think it's Denethor, isn't it? Leading the Minas Tirith. Facing off against, what's the theme?
Thorin's company, post Ravenhill.
Post Ravenhill.
So no Thorin, Philly or Killing.
No Thorin, Philly or Keely, because they dared, spoilers. And Barlis the leader, a great solid choice. So they're all kicking off there. Enjoy, guys. Lovely objectives here, made by Hector, I think. That's some plenty of objectives. Just see people getting into the spirit of things again. And then, as we move up the table, playing for 13th place in the event, we find Sam Jeffrey. It was his birthday the other day. Happy birthday! And Adam Choke playing off. Oh, sorry. Against Sean and Matt.
How you doing? Sorry, we've got a big battle going on.
I'm going to play 1v Sauron. My money's on Sauron.
I'm going to resist with 2 knights. Please cross off 2 my will points.
Adam and Sam's army is the Daggerlad theme with Sauron leading a ton of chappy orcs and some captains and more orcs. See his awesome objectives there on bases by the wonderful Generation Shift. And they're playing off against this quite spectacular custom army where almost every model is unique. Is every model unique?
No, the fiefdoms I think they've got.
You can see there's some fantastic stuff. So, is it the Wildman of Wilderland or something? Is that right? Woodsman of Wilderland. They're all facing away from me, unfortunately, but you kind of get the idea. See some pictures of these, right? He's cool, kind of done a load of fluff about it. It's based on a theme from the role-playing book, is that right? Yeah. Very, very cool. And so we move on to playing for 11th place. Yeah, 11th place at the tournament. We have Dan and Liam at your first tournament. Well, you enjoyed it?
Yes,
It's a bit of luck. And they're playing off. Yeah, they're playing off against Luke and Dave. And what have we got going on here? It's Defenders of Helm's Deep, isn't it?
Yes.
Defenders of Helm's Deep, so it's Haldir, I think. Haldir, captain with and Legolas, leading elves, and Gambling and Theoden's in there somewhere.
And Eowyn as well.
And Eowyn in dress, very nice. And you guys have gone for
Wardens of the North.
What?
Wardens of the North.
Wardens of the North. Right.
So we've got Iron Hills Dwarfs, mainly Rangers, with Rangers of the North.
Cool. There's a lovely card on this spectacular Shire board, which I think is made by, I know that cart was made by Chris Young of Titans. I think the trees are either Chris or Damian. It's a very good board. Enjoy, guys. What? Nice. And we get to the main event in the Palantir Plate. So these guys are playing for that delightful Thorin plush. And look at them. You can see they want it. You can see how much...
Yeah, we can see that.
You can see how much they want it. And of course we have Chris Dan, who's playing on his own. Has very kindly stepped in to fill our vacant space, thank you. Playing off against Camille and Michael. Phil. Camille and Michael have got a Elf and Arnor alliance, I believe.
Yeah.
They're again getting into the spirit of things. There's no Malbec in here, which is great to see. With the twins in there, and they are playing off against the Fellowship. It's arriving at Lothlorien. We've got Haldir, unarmoured Haldir with some elves. There's Haldir with those elves. And we've got the Fellowship lurking around here, obviously minus Gandalf.
Gimli has just won a heroic strike-off. Thanks to Orcus. Thanks to him having Orcus because he was runner-up in Arena of Champions.
Yeah, Gimli's got an Orcus axe because Chris was the runner-up in our Arena of Champions. So that paid off for you. You're welcome. And so that is the Palantir Plate, and some of those will get the plush. Personally, if Chris wins it, there's a second plush. I wonder what happens to that. That'll be interesting. And finally, we come to what may be considered the main event, which is the Palantir Cup. And at the bottom of the Palantir Cup, we find Double Dragon. They are playing for 7th place, and last year they were playing to not come last. It's been a glorious resurgence. Do you think it's because of the outfits?
I think so. Much more military, much less rhetoric.
Do you think the cult's changed over the years?
Well, we got the paperwork through, and it's now a cult, so we can actually acknowledge it.
Right, okay, that's great. And they're playing off against, they were playing off against the Goblin army, but they seem to be dead.
Yeah.
And that's Chris and Damian from Titans, who are essentially having a weekend off. And you can see there's Blue Dragon and Red Dragon, and Blue Dragon and Red Dragon. Do you see? And they're playing the mighty Balrog.
I
think people are very excited to see the Balrog get into this tournament, which is pretty cool. There is a gentleman's agreement going on here, which I think is the only way they agreed to play, which is that
that brief fire doesn't affect the Balrog.
Because the Balrog's immune to
made of fire.
Which is very nice of Joji Joe.
It is very nice of them.
To have a bit more of a game. So there we go, playing for 7th place. And as we move up here, playing for 5th place. Look at this.
Hey friends.
Look at that. We have Dan Entwistle and James Long. And can you guess what their army is from looking at it? You know it's double Mummock.
Yeah.
They're playing off against Gary and Dave. So we have it's 2 Mummocks with enough guys to get each one up to 400 points, I suppose.
Yep.
And Dan is quite clearly a Mahood tribesmaster. And James Long is quite clearly an elephant. That's actually quite good from there. It works.
My daughter is doing elongated nonsense nose.
And they're playing off against Gary and Dave's Besiegers in Helm's Deep Isengard army. So we've got no-name captains here. We've got shields, pikes, berserkers.
And we have some
and a bomb.
Yeah, we have some relief.
We have some relief, or do we have some dead guys?
Some dead.
That's a lot of trampled Uruks down there. Playing for 5th place. And so we move up to playing for 3rd place. It's Callum and James playing off against Jay and not Billy.
It's not happening.
Is it not going well?
Meat's on the menu.
Oh, so these guys have just arrived, right?
The monarch is just getting compelled into a building. Over and over again.
That's it. Look, Tom's going to make an announcement. Oh, look at him go. Oh, he's so sexy when he yells.
I was hoping for more. Wait till he's going to make an announcement.
How did you rate that performance there from Tom?
Negative -3 out of 10.
So these guys went for, as you may have seen, they used to have an army, and it was an all-Mahud army. It was on camels with a next-height. They used to have Mahud guys in it, I think. And some
they just have 4 black packs, that's it.
And James and Callum have brought along a Black Gate Opens themed army, which is very, very cool. So you've got the Mouth of Sauron, which is awesome to see. Very, very 7 stones that. You don't see it enough. There's an unnamed ring wraith in there, which is quite cool. Basically loads of Blackguard, Morannons, and a few, what are those things called? Numenors. And the Troll Chieftain, of course.
Do we use those?
Really awesome game. First game of the tournament yesterday. Those guys faced off against Larry and Tom's Black Gate Opens good army, which was quite spectacular. And so we come to the main event. So this is the top table at the tournament. This is to decide the winner of the Palantir Cup, and that will be winning 2 of our Palantirs. And people might be surprised by the army, but they wouldn't necessarily be surprised to see Ed Ball on the top table alongside his champion, Will. But I think it wouldn't be unfair to say people might be surprised to see across the table Sam Page and Kieran Street with their surprisingly effective beasts.
Yeah, well, this is already dead.
This is already dead. Is it not going well?
Not really.
So there's a Spider Queen and loads of giant spiders.
Yeah.
And some bat swarms. How many bat swarms, guys?
8.
8 bat swarms. Look at that. Have you ever seen anything like it?
We have now.
And that's a kind of beast and denizens of Dol Guldur army. Which is quite cool, and they're playing off against Ed and Will's army, which is the Garrison of Dol Guldur army list. Yeah, it's our army list. So it's clearly very good. Yeah? Where's 3?
Ray's in here.
Hiding down here.
So in this army list, it's only we've made 4 the list.
Aim down, aim down.
Oh, there! Oh, I see. Oh, here. We made this army list for the event to do a kind of Garrison of Dol Guldur army list, and they picked it, and obviously it was totally OP. Oh, sorry guys. So we've got some Gundabads, some Hunterhawks, the Witch King on horse, and where's, oh no, he's the Witch King, isn't he? Yeah. And you've got Finmal over there. Some giant spiders, and of course they're playing out over Dol Guldur, which is pretty damn fluffy.
Many themes.
Yeah, many themes, such fluff.
So worth pointing out, we've actually got some Catalans of Dol Guldur in Dol Guldur.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, it's nice. So there we go, that is the top table, and those are the armies that people have been using. So hopefully that gives you some little insight into the sort of list people are bringing here. It's been amazing. People have completely got into the spirit of things again, particularly Chris and David. And yeah, it's been really cool. Great fun armies, loads of toys you don't normally see. And it's just really great to see people getting involved and getting behind such a fluffy event. So yeah, we'll probably come back for the award ceremony. So we are rejoining this game at a fairly dramatic moment. We have Sauron in combat with a big angry bear and a lot of transfixed. And he's transfixed. Can they take down the Dark Lord?
He's going to fight two-handed. He's two-handed piercing. Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. You want to roll your attacks at the bar?
Here comes Sauron. He's got 6.
There's no might in the fight.
No might in the fight. He is lower fight value.
Benny.
Oh,
he's done it. Bayon takes it.
Oh, beautiful Benny.
You were cursing his name last
time.
Right, so how do you want to do it?
Let's do his 2 attacks first because he has so on Loma 3, which is 6s followed by 6s, the +1 makes it 3/6. Oh, wait, sorry.
5s followed by 5s.
Oh!
A let-off.
Piercing strike value goes up by degree.
Piercing strike goes up to strength.
Strength 5.
Strength 5.
Two-handed. So strength 5 is 6 by 4. 6 by 4.
What's this defence?
And I got it 10.
That'd be a 6 by 4.
Strength 5, is that? Yeah.
So yeah, 6 by 4, so it's going to be 5s and 3s.
5 by 3s.
One.
Only one.
One strength 4 guy here then.
No. I'll be strapped. Roll 2 on next dice.
Oh yeah, sorry. Nothing. And his 2 attacks. Nothing.
No, this is unclimactic. It's all on the bear.
This is not good, Benny.
It's all on the bear. Is he rending, yeah?
Right, Benny's rending, so only 4s.
It needs 4s. It's awful. It's absolutely
so sorry.
awful. It's 1. 1 is enough. Just take the wound.
Wounds taken.
Well, that was rubbish. I probably won't put this in. And we're back.
Should we do Beyond now?
For round 2.
Sauron is not transfixed anymore.
Oh, he's not transfixed.
Striking up. Striking up.
Play on striking.
Yes.
I'm also at 10.
So we both fight there.
Both fight 10.
Set the bar for me, sir.
Here comes Sauron setting the bar.
I always worry when I pick the dice for this one.
He's got a 5.
I'm going to use my numerous stone.
Oh, classic use of that.
Oh, did you see the 6th blow? I saw the 6th.
Good digital planter, isn't it?
Benny. There's a 5. I've got
It's a tie at the moment.
2 other guys fighting normally. I'll take I declare anything.
Look at 6.
I'm going to spend my last might point.
The last might point.
So
Could
I need a 4
that be
plus.
huge?
I need a 4 plus, people. Come on, I've got to get 50-50 here. Oh, come on!
What was that? With him out of mind, that could have taken Sauron out with Beorn rending.
How many wounds is beyond that left?
2 wounds, no fate.
Sauron's been working for a while.
Oh, this isn't what we wanted to see here.
2 wounds, my first 2 on beyond. One's wounded, he's defense 8, isn't he? And the third one.
Oh, he's killed the bear. With that,
Sauron gets a new pot back.
the glorious death of Sauron doesn't stop. Did he die at all in the tournament?
No.
The Dark Lord lives on.
I think he took 2 wounds in it.
Nearly then.
White 92.
Oh, I just put my raffle tickets in. White 92. We're doing some raffle. George has flapjack. We'll have that on the way home. Alright guys, so we are obviously now at the award ceremony in the weekend. So before we do that, we just have some thanks as always. Firstly, thank you to all of you for coming on. You've been amazing. Everyone kind of really got into the theme of it again this year, which was awesome. Which was great armies. I'm sure we'll talk about that a bit when we get to the best themed army. But cheers for getting the spirit of it and no shames and all that sort of stuff. We also want to say thanks to some special people, two of whom are here, who are Lily, Emma and Fallon for baking and for serving tea and refreshments and cake and all those sort of things throughout the weekend. So if we could... Also, we want to, obviously, this kind of event is billed as being run by myself and Tom, but you all know this as Titans, as the venue, and also a big thank you to Chris and to Damian, there is, for huge help, both in the lead up to it with the organisation, and also running it and setting up and all those sort of things. So thank you. And also, thanks to anyone who helped us yesterday morning setting up and breaking down. It's very much appreciated, so cheers for that. The next tournament is Ed's and Owen's.
In 2 weeks?
11th and 12th, 10th and 11th, possibly in 2 weeks.
11th and 12th.
I'm reliably informed it's in 2 weeks' time.
That was 2 weeks from my wife, and yes, you're away again in 2 weeks. But yeah, tickets available?
Yeah, tickets are still available, £3, 1,000 points. I've written the rules pack, so it's an essay. Have a look online, any questions, shoot me a PM. Give me your money's complaint toys, it'll be fun.
Indeed. And it's close enough to the 281, so you can stay at 281.
You can stay at the 281.
Okay, so on to the prizes. Tom, where we start?
Me? Alright, so first up, we have the pub quiz from last night. Well done to all teams, and it was on a tiebreaker yet again. And yet again, Proud Foots.
Proud Feet!
Yeah. Lost out on tiebreaker. So the winners are, what group were you? Group number? 6? It's group 6!
Hey. Yeah, I might. I'll do that. Yeah. There are too many of them.
What was the team
Maybe if you'd accepted the proposal, you'd got a legal one.
It's raining Freddos.
And a round of applause for Damian for doing the quiz. Alright, okay, so next we have another one where we know the results. Last year, the final 2 arena champions were both dwarves. This year, they were both dwarves. I think take dwarves to the arena. And Blind has been in there twice. But runner up this time with Gimli is Chris Dan.
Hey!
And this year's winner with Blind getting himself and Gerald for the second day, it's Dan Hooper.
Hey!
Alright, we now come on to fancy dress. Who is still in fancy dress?
Still is, not gone into. Yeah, you cheats.
We need a group photo, but well done for everyone for getting in the spirit of that, but the spirits aren't in fancy dress. It was a tight call, but this year, winner of Most Fabulous is Dan Emerson and James Long.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, yes! So are you ready for
Get a bit away. It's one finger away from the door. I was very careful. That's like my baby one.
Okay, next one up. Okay, next up, it was a vote from all of you, and this is for Best Painted Army. Obviously we have the separate award for Best Team that will be getting planted, but we still have the Best Painted, so you guys can vote. It was very, very tight between quite a lot of people, but just edging it after what must have been months of effort is Sean Lyman and Matthew Evans.
Yeah, it was the bear on his house with all the woodlings. Yeah. Oops.
Alright, on to the tournament positions. So, obviously this tournament we tried to do something a bit different, have a group stage followed by knockouts. Hopefully it's a lot of fun, but it does mean, because we have 3 competitions, that we have 3 sets of runners-up and winners. Starting with possibly the best competition, the Plantier Mug. Runners-up this year, retaining their title from last year, is James Baldwin and Tom Macklin.
George. What? Oh, she runs up, didn't they? Look at them all holding hands.
Not like see our photos, I'm pretty sure me and Tom just ended up holding a hand together.
But this year's Plantier Mug winners, and possibly the winners of the whole event, it's George Seymour and Tom.
Hey!
Enjoy your photo.
Chris was facing 50 men.
Next up, it's the runner-up in the Plantier Plate, and usually in the doubles tournament, this prize would go to 2 people. One person's been on his own all weekend, he was with TO,
Yeah.
but we abandoned him. Big hand for Chris Dunn.
Hey!
And you'll get the flush because you traded. Obviously it's going to be debated on the Facebook group there, but Michael and Chris swapped prizes, alright? I don't want to hear it quite.
Spoilers, the winner of the Plantier Plate then is Michael Damian and Bill Nancy. All right.
You know this. Actually, I'll just take it with me. Take it with me. Right.
Last prize before we move on to the Plantiers. I think these guys performed pretty admirably. I think I said the list was awful, and they've ended up coming second in the tournament. They also got a Best Teams nomination. It's Kieran Street and Sam Peck.
Hold that for us.
And you get invisible, Jim Davison.
Whoa.
I know people have picked them up, but with the Plantiers, they are really heavy, so we've got boxes for them. So the best idea is probably come up, get them, post your photo, and leave them here, and then we'll give you a box at the end.
Okay. This year's winner of the Plantier Cup
The front out. Mine. Oh, why is it zoomed out?
Alright, on to the awards that nobody knows.
Don't rub it in. I was going to play that.
First up is the most heroic act winner. And before I give the winner, Damian is going to go through some of the best nominations.
This was quite good fun last year. We've had some great ones. People put effort in, so we're going to fill with a brief few of them. The first one, this is strong. The first one, the description is the most heroic act, Leicester City's Premier League victory. We don't like sport here, right? We have Frodo single-handedly killing Eristor over 2 rounds of combat.
Hey!
Glorfindel, 8 dice to kill Pippin, no wounds caused. I think this is the same thing. Boromir trapped, expends 3 might to win fight after rolling 3 high, then gets 666 to kill 3 elves on objective. Very good. Trevor the Castellan. This is Jay and Billy's. Trevor the Castellan led a brave charge into the mummock while drawing his mortal blade. He then stabbed the mummock in the ankle. Causing it to become a Wraitherfunt. I think this is the right order for these, but forgive me if they go on. We're going to hear about the Chronicles of Gerald. Who's a Goblin town warrior under Tom and James' control. Gerald bravely volunteered to be thrown by the Goblin King. Axe at the ready, Gerald launched through the air, untroubled, knocking the Lord Sauron to the ground, shouting, "I've done your mate, now I'm going to do you too." Sadly, he sacrificed himself in the endeavour. Gerald the Dastardly, Goblin Town, bravely faced down the Witch King with an epic show of courage, prevented him from casting evil magics, and after seeing many friends fall, enraged into a berserker state and decapitated the Witch King of Mordor with one fell sweep of his it's trusted, but rusted is in the bracket. Axe. Same Goblin, almost certainly the same Goblin, right? And Gerald 3, inspired by his cousin Gerald, Reginald, the occasionally competent, shanked Beregond in the face. He's got a long way to go compared to Gerald with the father. Congrats to Gerald there. Bradley Covington, this is the most heroic act of the weekend. Rome may have been built in a day, but Gundabad was repaired in half an hour. I was tempted, most heroic act for the giving that. Yeah. Smashing them up. This is good from Double Dragon. This was in round 1. They won this game, yeah? But the river and Throne Rider test killed more models than the dragons. River and 4 for MVP. That's it. No. Gimli kills 23 Rohirrim in water battle. Which was that? Oh, it's probably Chris. That's what the name is. Well done. This is Hector and Dan. Ori was glorious.
Oh, I've been on the Palantir.
As a large bear towered over the ruins, Ori did not falter or quail. He placed a stone in a slingshot, turned around and fired his ammunition. The right is getting smaller as it returns. It passed the ruins, hit and wounded Beorn, who then proceeded to fail 3 fate rolls. David and Luke, Haldir and Theoden in heroic combat and kill a bat swarm, helping Eowyn kill her bat swarm. Eowyn, who had also called in heroic combat, then charges a 3rd bat swarm, traps it and kills it.
What army were they up against?
David led in gambling, heroic strike, and combat against Eladan and killed him and charged into Elrohir. Aowen, who also heroic combat, and kills her enemy and charges into Elrohir and traps him. The Rohan heroes then kill Elrohir. Sort of like family war going. Josh and Rich, seeing an opening, Ori aims with slingshot at Aragorn's head and bosses? Hitting, and bosses, of course. Hitting him square in the forehead. He then aims a second and hits the King of Gondor for a second time. Having had his pride wounded for a second time, the once great man retreated to the safety of the forest to lick his wounds. Your team, Hood. Half-Troll surrounded by 3 berserkers, the reply captain the heroic strike. Half-Troll wins combat and kills captain full stats outright. And the last one before we do it.
Oh, Jesus. I'm not sure you've got enough battery.
This is from the Book of Double Dragon. Giblin the First. And on the second day, as the sun reached the zenith upon the skyline, the blessed dragons flew high above the land. 2. Far beneath their glorious wings, they spied great noisome beasts, trumpeting and parading with great din and racket. 3. Most terrible, however, was the stench of these great creatures. Such offensive horrors could not be permitted in the presence of the blessed dragons. And so the fate of the Mumakil of Harad was decided. Braun the First. Their descent, both terrible and beautiful to behold, fire and death came upon the great beasts. At this time, the prophets of the dragons came forth to spread news of their coming. The prophets, blessed with purpose by their lords, set forth to waylay the Southlands, and the dragons looked upon their followers and were glad. Giblin the Second. In a furious flurry of wings and teeth, death descended to fight the Mumuk. Upon the backs of the beasts were borne great constructs of wood and cloth, bearing many men. Atop the front of these constructs, feral chieftains screamed defiance, not knowing what their enemy come. Braun the Second. As death lay waste about the beast, fire swept down from on high to restore a blessing upon his brother. With a fire's the name of the dragon. Fire's the name of one dragon. With a single burst of flame, death was engulfed, yet not destroyed. As the flame struck the dragon, they emanated and radiated outwards. In the blessed fires, the beasts and their riders were engulfed. As their flames burned, the dragons and their prophets flew onwards. Giblin the Third, and there was much rejoicing. The hell's that one?
We one-shotted an entire army with one firing breath.
The game took 8 minutes. Breathe fire on one dragon, kill it. Next one.
On one dragon, the dragon was fine, but then he hit everything within 2 inches, which included both monarchs, which it charged, and then everything on top fell off the ground.
Everything else fell off the ground.
50 VPs in one set.
Stand here. 1 quid on 58 VPs. But it didn't win. Because this was much like last year. When this happened, it was incredibly hard to imagine this being topped at any point. It was yesterday. It's the Dragons again. They got up against Josh and it had to be. Do you want to explain it? Let's get anything wrong.
So we had the blue dragon surrounded by the elves and Thorin Oakenshield. He was a bit of a beefcake, so we thought, well, if you throw Ori at him, who's fighting the other dragon, he'll fall over and you won't be able to hit back. This is a strong plan. It's a good plan.
I didn't agree.
So we threw Ori at the dragon.
Damian.
Well, at the
Damian.
And there happened to be a dragon behind Thorin. It hit the dragon. Knife first. The dragon wasn't pleased about this and ran away. And so Ori managed to get himself hurled into a dragon and they could flee the ball.
Oreo P.
By getting his own dwarf wanged into a
What they did say though, Ori struck up against the other dragon. They were on a 4. Ori failed to roll a 5 because he struck higher and then got thrown into
What a legend. Alright, 2 more awards to go for Planters. This one is the most honourable team, and obviously this whole weekend is all about playing in the right spirit of things, doing things the right way, and pretty much every team got the most honourable vote, so well done everybody who did that. There were 4 teams who got 5
5 votes, but one team snuck it with 6.
Oh.
6? Yeah. I knew. They've travelled a long way to be here. It's Barry O'Neill and Shane O'Neill.
Six slogans from 6 games.
Yeah.
But 2.
Thanks, guys. No, 6 games.
Okay, last up. The purpose of this tournament really is for you guys to pick great armies to play with that you don't really see very often. They're a bit rubbish, but everyone has a great time because everyone's got a rubbish army that's quite cool. There were so many cool armies. I think we whittled it down to 12 originally, who were all dead certs to get into our top 7. So that was very tricky, and it's been even trickier picking a winner. It's taken us all day kind of coming back to each other and maybe knocking one more name off the list. But the winner this time, they definitely got involved. They took a rubbish army when they usually take very good armies, and have subsequently come pretty much bottom, but not bottom. They got into the spirit of things with their fancy dress. It's the Scots.
Hey.
It was ludicrously tight, that one. So well done. Cool. Stressing that entirely coincidentally, we've now run this twice and we'll hopefully do it next year. And both times the best things armies were one with ghosts. So maybe next year a whole 48 armies of ghosts. Give me
That's a stupid coincidence.
We have one more
I hope it doesn't ghost to your head.
Oh, dear. Oh.
Down my pun with a superior pun. I expect you to stop.
Yeah. I've still got a little bit left.
We also have one big award, big certificate. This is not from this event, this is from the league final. One of the members of the audience couldn't make the league final, and they were the best newcomer in 2015. It's Michael Rampier.
Hey.
And yeah, that draws proceedings to a close. We hope you guys had a weekend. I loved it, it was great. Thank you all for coming along and joining us up. And we hope to do it around the same time next year. So on that, thanks a lot, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah, thanks.
And that is that. The tournament is done. Everything's back to an empty hall.
Yeah.
Went well? Oh, empty hall, yeah.
No, David reading the whole itself.
Here we go. Yeah.
Doing well, man? Was it good?
Nothing.
Right. But yeah, another successful talk about was just have fun, and we just saw the table probably, so lots of surprises, lots of graphics. So thanks to Ross, to everyone who helps, and so forth. And we hope you enjoy this look behind the scenes at how this went for us. That's it. That was about it. Until next time, don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah, what is it?
About 4 weeks since you did.
Follow us on Facebook and like us on Twitter.
Support your Hobbit host by clicking in the link below.
Support your Hobbit,
I'm happy to do it.